Welcome to the show where we meet good folks and we eat good food. Chopping it up with Chef Nico and I'm that dude. Let's go!
Chop it up, chop it up, hey, chop it up, boom, chop it up, hey, chop it up.
What's happening, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Chopping It Up with Chef Nico. Today, I'm blessed with two special guests. My brother Ezekiel.
What's up?
His beautiful wife, Kiyanna.
Hello.
Azonwu. Welcome to the table.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, we're excited.
You brought your beard again.
Hey, look, beer had to be back, man.
Hey,
Don't be intimidated.
I'm not, man. Just, how y'all been?
Good. I'm ready to eat.
Ready to eat?
Already?
I'm ready to eat.
I'm here for it.
Or learn to cook. We're going to learn to cook and eat at the same time.
We're going to learn some things. We're going to talk about some things because I'm extremely interested. So we're going to serve you up 3 different dishes today, and we're just going to chop it up about the Azonwus.
Wonderful.
All right. So I'm going to start off by asking, what has it been like, the pivot? It's been 12 plus years of y'all doing life together, and now y'all starting this new venture, the family.
Yeah.
You know, what has that been like, and what prompted that? Like, tell me about it.
Oh, you want me to go first? We both did the...
I know, we both.
You could start, I'll finish.
I'll talk about the
off.
12 years. 12 years with this woman has been great. I was going to play and say it's been so tough, but, she's my best friend, so life with her, she's made it very, very easy for me. She's a easygoing person, extremely understandable, agreeable, all of it reasonable and patient. And, God has put so much on each of us, and she's allowed me to kind of do my thing and, tour and be out of town a lot and do just so much. And all the while we haven't had her stuff in the behind the scenes, it's felt like that to me. And so I'm really, really grateful that we're approaching these newer times. We got some new stuff happening. You can talk about that.
Yeah, so basically, for those of you that don't know him, he's been doing poetry for years. And I've kind of been doing my thing behind the scenes. And we thought, what better way to let people know about us and to help people by bringing both of what we do together.
Absolutely.
And other stuff that we have along the side. So in the family, you can learn how to do poetry. You can take my hair classes. You can get mentorship.
Relationship guidance.
Relationship guidance. Thank you. It's all single guidance. Yeah. So it's basically a family and a way for us to bring, since we have social media, a way for us to bring everybody in the world that wants to connect with us together.
For sure.
Instead of flying out there. So that's why it's called the family.
Yeah.
Man, so have y'all thought, because of the pandemic and social distancing, has that been the reason why you guys thought virtual, or like connecting with people anywhere and everywhere? Like,
I would definitely say that the pandemic has given creatives another side of thinking about things.
Absolutely.
We always said we were going to start something like this, and I don't know if it was because of the pandemic.
I think the pandemic sped it about, because if I was doing the regular tour stuff, it would have been in the conversation, but it wouldn't have been in the front of the conversation.
Gotcha.
And so we were planning to do it virtual, part of it virtual, but a lot of what we wanted to do, we wanted to also be in person. But with the pandemic, it helped us to kind of focus on some of the stuff that I feel like God's been wanting us to do, just work together and do ministry together.
Right.
That's amazing. That's amazing, man.
Definitely bring me out of my shell, because I think I'm a quieter person, but I guess when I start talking, I'm like, she ain't that quiet.
She on
but
top.
he's been trying to bring me to the front line. He always tries to include me in what he does. So,
that's amazing.
I think that's very important for him. So what better way than to exposing me to his audience by putting us together.
That was going to be my next question, because I know you travel. You're used to being in front of huge audience. So this is kind of your world, So how has it been for you tapping into this? Like you already spoke about you not being really, I guess, vocal or whatever. So how has the transition been for you?
The transition it's a learning process, especially when you put certain things on social media. People come for you a little bit. It's like, oh, that's what you gotta get used to.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I do believe that this is something that God is trying to burst inside. I wouldn't say try. He's bursting something inside of me.
Yeah.
So I just have to, get prepared for it, and it just shows me what I need to do in order to be in the front line.
For sure, for sure.
I do believe this is a part of my destiny.
Yeah, she's born for this. She just don't know it yet.
So real quick, y'all, I just seared these lamb.
I've been watching that.
Lamb, so then now I'm just basting in some butter.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is take these guys and I'm gonna throw them in the oven, let them finish.
And we're gonna put them in the oven in that same skillet.
In the same skillet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually pour out some of this butter. I don't want it to like burn anything too much.
Okay.
But this right here is a nice basting situation. All this is just flavor, all of that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get y'all started on y'all first course is Scallop Ceviche.
Okay.
You
ceviche.
familiar?
Not at all.
You never
I've
had
heard
ceviche?
This is it.
Oh, don't get fancy with me. you never had ceviche?
Pobrecita.
This guy
No
here,
problemo.
I am here for it.
I've heard of scallops, but I don't even think I really dabble in that either. So
Scallops, okay. So are you a seafood person?
I stick with my fried shrimps.
Yeah, so it's I've had different kind of ceviche, so you can use different types of fish, but it basically it's cooked in acid. So where there's lemon juice, like vinegar or something like that, but this specific one has just been sitting in lemon juice and lime juice,
Okay.
and just that is what's going to cook it alone. So it's not raw technically, because literally the acidity
Kind of broke it down.
breaks it down for sure. So also in there, we got a little bit of jalapeno, a little bit of cilantro, and scallions.
To bring the flavors out.
Absolutely, just building flavor, building flavor.
Mr. Ceviche?
You sound like you guessed.
Then what we're gonna do is, this is a one of my favorite types of oranges. Actually, I would say this is my favorite. This is a Cara Cara orange. It's extremely beautiful, man. Like the color is just so dope. So it almost looks like a grapefruit.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what I thought it was.
It's like a cross between the two, I guess. But
it
the
sweeter or-
flavor, much sweeter. Yeah. So once you try it, it's not like you're gonna be thinking like grapefruit, but it's not that. It's not as sour or anything like that.
Good.
But it's a really dope thing. So this right here is called Supremes. All right, guys. So grab your napkins real quick. I'm gonna put them right in front of you.
Thank you.
So this is your scallop ceviche.
Right.
All right. Ready? All right.
So what do you do? You pick it all up at the same time?
Absolutely. You know, all those flavors go together.
Okay.
I'm gonna get all these guys off.
Okay. Not bad at all.
Super fresh.
Are you adventurous with your eating?
I'm not, so that's why I'm surprised. I was like, okay, how do I tell them if I don't like it? But actually,
Just tell me, like, it's not for me.
The flavors
man.
are,
Is there cilantro on here?
Cilantro in there, yes, sir.
and I normally can't stand grapefruit, but picking it up with all the flavors, I have to be honest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now I still won't touch the radish. I push that to the side.
that was just there for my garnish. That's cool. That's good.
Okay.
Let me grab this lamb out really quick. I love that stuff.
You start using it, and you just told the audience.
How do you guys get a break from each other, or are there challenges with working with one another?
Actually, there's not many challenges because we're two different people. He's very impulsive.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm a procrastinator. I gotta think about it. I gotta talk to myself about it.
And it doesn't cause problems?
Well, oh yes, it does.
For me.
Yeah. Oh, not for me. I'm a procrastinator. I'm cool.
Yeah. For me, I'm just like, okay, you need to get this
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. He's normally the one like, all right, trying to put fire under my butt. But,
Okay.
But it works because I think it's a balance.
Yeah.
And I feel, even sitting here with you, like if I was sitting here by myself, I would feel a little nervous, but I tell him all the time, he makes me feel so comfortable.
My wife has this thing called.
Yeah, no, but it's been good. Like I've learned a lot of patience.
I hope so.
I've learned a lot of balance and just putting people first. She's always checking me on like, cause I'm really business minded and systems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes she has to say, hey, look, you're gonna have to be gracious here. You have to think about the people here, and it really helps me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What are some gems or some advice that you would give for couples out there working together?
Know your strengths, you know, because sometimes I'll try to take on his job and I'll be like,
Not for me.
I can't. You stick with this one, and I'll stick on this side.
Hey, that's real.
So know your strengths, don't think that you can do it all by yourself.
That's real.
And I think that's how God wants us to be, about unity and working together, and in society today, it's always like, do it for yourself, go get it, don't worry about what nobody else say, but in reality, we need people.
We do, absolutely. It's crazy that you say that. I'm learning that this kind of stuff, it fuels me. The stuff that doesn't fuel me is the paperwork and all the planning and all that stuff. That stuff, it drains me.
Yes.
And sometimes for her, it's the complete opposite. It's just like, like having to deal with people and all this is not really for me. But the planning, the operation and stuff, like she really flourishes in that. So we're learning that, if each one of us, like, we just stay in our lane, speak to our gifts, and it flows. It goes that much easier.
Definitely.
So that's super dope. I'm glad that you're not out here trying to be, the next Ezekiel, and I'm glad that you ain't out here.
Trying to throw my hair out.
Throw your hair around, like. But it's amazing. Y'all are an amazing, power couple, I would say.
Oh man.
Absolutely.
That's a powerful thing to say.
I mean, you got a lot of followers. A lot of people see, value in you all. So, I mean, absolutely. All right, so I know that you like your steaks a little more well done.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So I took it a little further than I would.
Okay.
To get rid of the pink for you, man. That's.
Thank
So when you're cooking lamb, you want a little bit of pink?
I want a nice medium.
Oh, okay.
I want a nice medium, but since I'm not eating, So this right here would probably be a more like medium well.
Okay.
Yeah. So you definitely, you ain't getting well over here, brother. But I'll get you medium well. I'll get you medium well.
Okay. Nice.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a napkin really quick.
That's good.
Yes, it does.
We're gonna do
That's
this.
what they do?
Just dab it a little bit. Actually, you know what? And I'm gonna turn around because I want you to see the caramelization. So we're gonna do this.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Pretty.
You want that color,
That's
right?
pretty.
So we're gonna do that.
Let's go.
There you go.
I feel like a little hungry puppy just waiting.
I know, right? Oh man.
All right, then. So while we were talking, I sauteed the apples and the shallots that were right here, and I cooked it in some balsamic vinegar with a little bit of sugar, reduced it down. So I made a little balsamic reduction right here.
Okay, now.
So the sweetness from the balsamic, including the apples and the caramelized onions, should definitely pair well with this lamb.
I agree. But I like how you're throwing all the little things that I know. Now, don't laugh at me. I don't eat apples. I don't know why. I don't like apples. But I feel like because you put a little sugar with it, and I love onions, you throwing all the stuff that I really
Together.
actually don't eat that I'm getting ready to try.
I
I
mean,
don't like grapefruit. I loved it.
all right. I'm like the grapefruit, the radish. I'm hitting all the stuff that you don't like today,
So
man.
you sneaking it in.
Sneaking it in, and then just for plating, I'm gonna hit it
Oh,
one time.
Okay.
that's art.
Trying to, man. Hey, cooking is art, so it's
Yes,
just
it
all
is.
technique, plating, all this stuff, a little splatter here and there.
Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this makes me want to drool.
All right,
Thank
right.
you.
there you go. Got your brother.
Oh man.
Okay.
Well.
Now act like you got some sense. Put
Okay.
your napkin on your lap. Don't finish before me.
I'm gonna finish before you. You're not gonna finish before me at all. Okay. So I guess
It's not a race. It's not a race.
It's not a race, you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish before you. I was just trying
Just
to.
naturally.
So when you get your meat, so I like when I go to the butcher shop or something like that, I go to Whole Foods, get a nice steak. I've learned to season them. Like if you first bring them home, so I season them really heavy. It's gonna really just like break down the meat, just start to getting it really tender.
So as soon as you get it, you see.
As soon as you get
This
something.
is good.
Oh my God.
So are you a fan of lamb?
It's time.
I believe
doing
this is
that.
my first time having it.
Really? Here on the show. How is it?
I
Good.
promise
Really?
you, if I wasn't here, she told me to do a civilized.
This is
You
real
know how I
good.
would do this.
Just pick it up.
Especially
Bro, that's what the
apples
stick
and
is. That's what the bone is for, bro.
you sure?
This is a lollipop.
Are you sure?
Bro, am I sure? This is, bro.
Listen.
Okay, so what was this sauce again? Because it's the bomb.
So it's balsamic vinegar. Put it in a pot with some caramelized apples and onions. A little bit of sugar, just reduced it. So just basically cook it down, let it evaporate, and just reduce.
Yeah. I like it with the
Nice little
apples and onions.
caramelization on
That's
it?
the funny part. I have to pick it up with a little bit of apple and with my every bite.
You see the difference? Sometimes I eat like this. Most times I eat like this.
Listen.
Whatever floats your boat.
Listen to me.
That's it.
She playing.
It's like she playing with it. Ain't got time for
I
that.
don't see how you make it's good to you like that. Like, gotta savor the moment, you know?
You from LA.
Yeah.
You transitioned to Atlanta.
I understand.
Who misses
That's why I'm
LA?
not correcting you. I understand.
Who misses LA? Because I miss
Me.
LA and I'm not even from there.
Me.
Word? Okay, I don't miss LA.
I miss LA and I just need that
It's
sun.
too dark. It's too dark. It's just too dark. Like, why
And
they don't have lights? This is 2020. It's going on 2021. Where's your lights? Where your street lights? I should not be.
Is that a southern thing?
I should not be beaming at me, and I don't know what that is. Like, why is it so dark?
That is hilarious.
I love it. I love the darkness. I love it.
What is it about? What is it about home that calls you? Like, I mean,
Well, for one, I don't have to use GPS to get anywhere. I know where I'm at. I get lost so much, and I don't like being lost. The trees are spooky. Like, you think
the trees, southern
the
trees.
trees are spooky.
Okay,
I think what's behind there. I will never take a walk in this neighborhood.
I feel that.
What else? I used to be able to take a street in LA. You could take, go all the way to the valley, to the hood on Van Ness, Western, Normandy. The street might change its name, Arlington to Wilton or something like that. I don't know how to take no streets in Atlanta.
My wife been here to St. Louis all her life. She's been here all her life. Still get lost.
Yeah.
So I'm not even worried about that. She can't use that as an excuse. So
No, I knew my streets. When I'm lost in Atlanta, I'm seriously lost. The other night, I was trying to get to the gym, a new gym. And my phone charger was not working in the car. And I immediately said, oh no, I'm going to have to sleep in my car tonight because I'm not going to get out and ask anybody, for
wow.
directions. And when I finally got it to work, when I came home, I said, what would have happened if I didn't come back home?
So I'm gonna ask you this: if you lived in Montana and knew all the streets, would you cover it
Now, why
or
you been
desire
all the
it?
way in Montana?
I'm asking.
It's went to Montana.
Would you want to go back to Montana because you were familiar with all the streets? So what I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, what's your real
I'm trying
question?
to help you understand that aspect of LA is not necessarily LA that you miss. What you miss is your familiarity and your capacity to control your environment. Listen, let me tell you something. The man of God is about to speak. Now I'm
I was about to say, boy, don't sit down.
I know.
So you guys transition, and I feel like you guys did a pretty dope job of letting people in to the transition and all that, even the home.
That was hard.
Why so?
That was hard for me. Because all my life, my family has always been the ones watching my children for me. Even to the point where my children didn't even know what a babysitter was. They just thought it was something on TV. And I finally had to hire one because I had no family.
For sure.
Which is a great thing.
And when I first got her,
really?
Yeah, it's a great thing.
when I first got my first babysitter, I didn't even leave the house. I just wanted to see her babysit. But that's normal.
The reason why it's a good thing
Yeah,
is because I think it's stepping out on faith to be able to trust people to enlarge your community.
Definitely.
And I think that she was so dependent on her family members, which is a great thing. But oftentimes, they have their own lives, and if you're putting people in a situation where oftentimes it's inconvenient for them, it's just you want to at least have more options. So
Yeah.
That's why I use my grandmother, my mom, my brother.
She mixed it up.
Yeah, I mixed it up. I'm trying to make it seem like
That's one of the biggest issues
call
for
on-
us right now.
Yeah.
If we right now we have my grandmother watching the kids. It's really helpful. I can call her my sister.
Right.
If I move someplace else, we have to create a whole nother network, and we have to be willing to trust somebody.
He didn't understand that because he was always out of town. So when I'm just there with the kids, who better to watch if one of the children was in the tub?
Absolutely.
Who better to call my brother who stayed down the street hey, come just watch him while I just go to the store real quick.
For
He's
sure.
in the tub, he's fine.
For sure.
You can't call a babysitter and just ask them to watch your kid in the tub.
Yeah, well, once you get a community and you get people that is like family, Bible said there's a friend that's sticking closer than a brother.
You don't keep throwing a scripture at me, you know.
Just saying.
Because
Like,
I'm sure there's the one about leaving your family.
yeah, it is. And a man shall leave his family and cleave to his house. God told Abraham to leave your family and your kindred. Do you want me to continue? Jesus told the man,
enjoy my
let the
last
dead
little
bury
minute."
the dead and follow me. Oh man, I got
I'm done
scriptures
with
on
him.
scriptures.
This dude dropping it. Hey guys, so look, I'm sauteing some peaches.
You doing it again.
A little bit of sugar,
I don't eat hot fruit.
cinnamon,
Ooh,
and then I'm gonna hit it with some Uncle Nearest bourbon.
All right.
today.
Let's
I'ma
see
do
if
it.
I like it.
You don't even eat hot fruit.
I don't like hot
You
fruit.
see what I'm saying? It's such
It's-
an American thing.
Such an American
She
thing.
has so many I don't eat. Like if you asked her 15 years ago a list of the things she didn't eat, it will be comprised of a list of the things she's eating daily. It's
Okay.
like it's an American thing. It's just like I'm gonna be fickle today. I like it and not have tasted it. Haven't even tasted it, but just I don't like how it looks.
No, I think I've had hot fruit before.
There's some people I ask like, do you? They say they don't like this. I was like, well, have you had it? I just don't think I.
So let me ask you, with everything going on with the pandemic, really put some, man, it really stopped some people dead in their tracks as far as planning and stuff that they wanted to do. What are some things that you all wanted to do this year that you weren't able to, that you could speak on, that you know, they had to pivot or
We're
whatever?
supposed to go on a cruise together.
Yeah. Oh, we just talking about the surface stuff?
You go.
Well, I had just relaunched my This Is Glory hair business again. And I was doing it more on a wider scale. So I was planning to go to different places and have, pop-ups.
Nice.
And that didn't happen. But it was still great because people continue to, keep up with me online. And that gave me another aspect and a way of doing things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were supposed to go on a cruise.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to
got
go
canceled.
on a 2-day cruise and finally kind of relax. We're gonna take the kids. too.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we're gonna take the
We were
kids.
supposed to go to Kenya.
Really?
And that really hit like during the pandemic. And
Yeah.
the
London was canceled.
The organization. Oh yeah, London.
Oh, so
the
y'all a
organization.
lot of traveling.
Yeah. So we got,
Was this all like work or was this?
Kenya was work.
Yeah, London was work.
The only one that wasn't work was the cruise.
Yeah, the cruise
Okay.
wasn't work.
Yeah, cruise wasn't work, but all of it. But I don't look at it as work. The Lord's work.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel
It's
it.
work, but it's fulfilling and it's fun.
Yeah.
Like to be, especially together. Like I was looking forward to it because us traveling together is something new, and we appreciate. Now the blessing in it is I really think that we needed to prepare our kids just a little bit more before we would start. To
Right,
do so much.
right.
So
I feel that.
we needed the time anyway.
Yeah, man, that's amazing. You all have pivoted really well. I think that's amazing. Anything you guys got working or like cooking for next year that you can talk about?
Let's see what
Well,
this
the world
pandemic looks
open
like.
up.
Exactly.
Biden about to say he's gonna shut it down again. We've been wearing masks. He said no, let's wear them some more for 100 more days.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy year. We haven't talked about that a lot, but it's
been a crazy year.
Crazy
Yeah.
year from George Floyd and everything happened. We started off with Kobe.
Yeah.
Then the George Floyd situation happened. Then Ahmaud
Aubrey.
Ahmaud
Yeah.
Arbery situation happened. We lost Chadwick
Boseman.
Boseman. Lost Debo.
Yeah.
Tiny little. What was it? Tiny Lister. That's a tiny little. Tiny Lister. We just lost so many
You mean the
people
whipped
this
cream?
year. And so yeah, it's just been a crazy year. The fact that we're in December and we're smiling.
Yeah.
I think
Thank you,
that's
Jesus.
Yeah.
Right. That's
I like that meme. It's like January, February, March, COVID, December. Like
Right.
it just feels like
That's
everything
what it
has
was
been.
like.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Everything.
I told my kids when they look back at their history books, it's gonna be like, I lived through that.
Yeah.
Like when their kids get older, and like I lived through that. Like you
Yeah.
read the stuff like
We're gonna
It's
talk
gonna be
about
like, wow, people were wearing
the pandemic.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So weird.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The president got it. Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing, definitely gonna talk about that. We didn't mention that. So yeah, this whole thing has been very interesting. And I'm happy to be able to get through it, power through.
Right.
I know everybody we had our COVID test, the whole crew and stuff, so we were able to stay safe and to do this together. So this right here means a lot. So I'm excited about things in the future. So this, ma'am, is your potential tragic dessert.
Thank you.
I
think she got a bigger one than me, so we're gonna switch. She don't deserve such a big one.
This is just a different way of doing peach cobbler. So
Okay, I gotta ease into
yeah,
it.
so you know
I'm gonna
the
try this
I don't
first.
gotta eat.
I took the pie crust, broke it up, cooked it, and then tossed it in cinnamon sugar, and then sauteed the peaches. Then I whipped the whipped cream by hand, you know, add a little maple syrup to that as well. So
I hope I'm
I'm
not
gonna try
gonna
to
take
a little bit of caramel, and then hopefully the Uncle Nearest, you know, the bourbon comes through in the peaches as well. So
This whipped cream is bomb.
thank you. How's the fruit? Is it okay?
I haven't picked it
Haven't
up
picked
yet.
it up.
Really? You
She's
can't
like,
do it, huh?
texture thing. Textures are really hard for people to get past. That's what I've learned. Yeah, it's hard to convince somebody to enjoy something if they have an issue with texture.
I did it.
So
Yeah.
Can't do it.
we two in
But I'm gonna eat all the whipped cream off.
we two in
You
one.
like me.
We 2-1. Hey, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I like my odds here. I'm with it.
It's perfect balance. Cause the coolness of the whipped cream as well.
I'm sure it would be good.
Wow, you are terrible. You really. I don't know what it is with her. Hot fruit is really good to me.
So let me ask you this: while he's enjoying that, what has been the idea behind the couple show?
Oh, well, like he said, we've always been doing things with couples, and just, you know, with being on social media, you know, people reach out to you all the time, and we get to hear women's perspectives, we get to hear men perspectives, and you kind of feel like they just bumping heads, especially in
Absolutely.
the Christian community.
Oh yeah.
So I think this is a chance for the couple show was able to introduce the cards that we have.
Nice.
For people to have intelligent conversations, thought out conversations, and find out things, you know, straight up front from each other. But it all stemmed from back in the day when at his daddy's church over in South Central Los Angeles on 6th Ave and Jefferson, where we just was having love nights and asking these people questions on the stage.
For sure.
And it's kind of crazy that we used to do that so many years ago. And then I actually forgot about it. And he was like, we've been doing this for a long time. And I was like, you're right.
It's just kind of like
Yeah.
it's from within. This is who y'all are. It sounds
Right,
like okay.
yeah.
That's amazing.
I ain't got to drink till I get the peach.
3-0, man.
3-0.
4-0 actually.
I don't know. I just,
It's a texture thing.
Yeah.
It's all good. It got eaten.
yeah, I knew that.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, bro.
Sorry,
Be
man.
satisfied. You know.
I'm sorry. She tripping. Man, thank you, brother.
No problem, man. I
What
appreciate
else
y'all
you got
joining me.
good?
I know you got something down
No,
there.
but I was really shocked at everything that I ate. Like, because if I was cooking it, I would have left out the grapefruit. I wouldn't even have tried that new little Cara Cara, what's her name?
Cara Cara, yeah.
Yeah, the Cara
Yeah,
Cara
yeah.
Orange. The radish, I still didn't really touch that too much,
All
but
good.
it was good.
I appreciate it.
That lamb, ooh,
Yeah,
with the
I know.
apples and the caramel and the
Appreciate it.
that was really
Killed
good.
it.
That's dope. I appreciate
Matter
it.
of fact, I wanted to just suck on my bone, but you took my plate.
My
Yeah,
fault,
we didn't
my
want to look
fault.
like
No,
that on national television. Yeah, because
Hey.
I was ready to show you how we supposed to take care of these bones. But
I appreciate it. That's the whole point of it, man. Just like bring people together, have great conversation,
Yeah,
eat good
definitely.
food. It's been a blast.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for joining me at the table.
Thank you.
This has been another episode of Chopping It Up with Chef Nico. I would like to thank my guests, Ezekiel and Kiyanna, the Azonwus. Be sure to check them out. All their information will be below. Make sure y'all show them so much love. And until then, see y'all next time.
Okay, so I want to put my vote in. Y'all can move to Atlanta because he did tell me I could hire.
You know, when someone finishes
you're not
eating,
supposed to say
you're supposed to give it at least
Shut up.
4
Shut
seconds.
up. They could edit that out.
Nah.
They got about 4 workers around here.
Do it one more time. It's okay. She's not used to doing it. Okay.
He's so evil. He's so mean.